cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash bubbling.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First and 10, Warner. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. On second down, it's Tomlinson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Tomlinson on the handoff. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Warner. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pitch to Tomlinson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Rolling to his left. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down, Warner. He goes left side, and he has dive. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. They toss it to Tomlinson. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. Gould is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points, so some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Eagle 44.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And an alley to run. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a toss right. This is Tomlinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Warner into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Vic. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down, Vic. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
90. Alpha.
On second down, here's Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So give him the first down, first and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. He'll try to throw it here. Vick. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Nice pick.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to it after the pick 6. Vick eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He dumps it off for Henry. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
White 20.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
3rd and long for Vick. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Here's Tomlinson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On second down, Warner drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
This is Tomlinson. And now running right through it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
They'll run Tomlinson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Goal. And that makes our score 17-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
190. Eagle.
Vic on second down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
By 90! By 90!
Vic now from the 50. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eagle.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
By 90! By 20!
From the red zone now, Vic. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
The final shot before break. Warner, he's going to look deep down the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
By 90!
On 2nd down, Vic again. This one caught by Ridley. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a knock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Vic operating on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Wait, 20!
Second down, Vic. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On third down, Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third downs. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit!
To throw on second down. Warner. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So here's Vic following the interception. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Smith trying to run for it. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Wait, 20!
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of 1 broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They go again to Tomlinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, the 30, the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Vic to throw it, being chased out left. He's going to this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, Warner throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why some...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. It'll be Warner on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Got a man, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Tomlinson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Over!
To throw, Warner. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Lion, 300.
They begin with a run by Smith, and he'll get this one up to the 26. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Vic readies to throw. On the move to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To throw, Vic. Forced out to his left. Oh, some strong running. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Warner steps away to his left. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Warner. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Double. Eagle. Check curls. My next hot.
On 3rd down, Vic. Dancing to his left. And got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Hey, let's go.
A first down carry for Smith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
90.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vic. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Hey,
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Vick on the sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Despite the late lead, Vick's going to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Vick. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Michael Vick. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Point after here coming up. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Play action. It's Warner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Niners on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Warner. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they're going to throw it here with Vick. Out to his left. finding room to the 20. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Right side, 2. Orange. Right 20.
Vic. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 21 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Over. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Over.
Now Warner. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.